Respected students, welcome back everyone. So today's video is about the PL300 playlist which is there. The fifth video it is there. Okay. So I have published around 40 questions and I have told that as it is questions will come in the real Microsoft certification PL300 exam. Okay. So this is the fifth part. So first of all, sorry for it. Actually, it is coming quite late. But let's start with the video. If you are new on channel, subscribe and press bell icon for all upcoming videos. See, so the first question is there. Okay, I'm going to read the questions, and even if the practical is required, I will show it. So see, if you are importing data from CSV files in Power Query, the first row contains column header, but Power Query has not automatically promoted them. So basically, see, this is the condition. So when we fetch the data from CSV or Excel, it will show like this column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see this, the name of the column is coming here. So here there is one option known as first row as header. Okay, use first row as header, that just you have to click it. So I have already clicked, so I will go to this promoted header. Okay, so now you can see it. So the correct answer is option B. Select use first row as header from transform tab. Okay. I just want to tell you, like we have already uploaded the four parts of this video, and if you are coming from the all the four parts and coming here, then it's fine. But if someone is watching this video first time, then make sure that you are watching all other four parts also. These 50 questions are as it is; it will come in the exams mostly. Okay, second question is you have a large Power BI data set with schedule refresh taking too long. Okay, what he is telling that schedule refresh is taking too long. The data source is an on-premises SQL server and most historical data rarely changes. Okay, very important. So see what he is trying to say, that schedule refresh is taking too long and the historical data which is there, let's say 3 years of data is there. Okay, and the historical data which is there means the new data which has came from last 2 3 days, that is only new, and other the old data is rarely changing. So in that case what you will do, so option B which is there, incremental refresh. Incremental refresh concept is all about this only, that if let's say if you are having 2 3 years of data but the old data is not changing that much and you just want to refresh the new data. Okay, and you want to reduce the scheduled refresh time also, in that case you will use incremental refresh. But there are two prerequisites. First is you will need PPU license, not pro. Okay, PPU license, and the other is that you would need a date column also properly. Third question is, see, your organization requires that a Power BI dataset be refreshed every 4 hours. Okay, the data source is an on-premises SQL. So see, let me tell you guys. So see, what is important here in this case, the gateway is actually quite important. See, when we go on any workspace and click on this data set, so see this gateway is there. So right now I am having personal gateway. Okay, see personal gateway running on Vinayak. So this is my personal account which I am using. Okay, so after that only, if a gateway is there for on premises, then you can enable the schedule refresh. See, you can see now I can enable schedule refresh on any time zone. In my real time project right now it is central US and Canada because my client is from US, and other Malaysia is there, Southeast Asia my client is there. You also know that just 1 month back I visited Singapore for client visit. Okay, so like this you can add the time whatever it is and you can apply it. Okay, so schedule refresh is required, but the most important thing here is that they said that the data source is on premises SQL server. Okay, here if data source is on premises SQL Snowflake, then only gateway is required. If the data source would be Azure Databricks cloud, then the gateway is not required. Okay, and even with direct query also it is not required, only import mode. Fourth question is you need to create a measure that calculates total sale ignoring all filters except year. Okay, so see first option is all. What all does, all actually removes all the filter. What here it is saying, okay, what here it is saying that except year. So in that case, all except will work. Here also, if in explanation you can check it that all except removes all filters context from table except the columns which are specified. So option B is correct. The fifth question is that Your data model has a sales table and date table. Okay, so there are two tables. Sales table is a fact table, guys. Date table is a date. You would need a calculate. You would need to calculate total sales for the same period last year. Means what he is trying to say is that, let's say today's date is 5th May 2026. So directly previous year we have to go. May 2025. In that case, there is only one DAX which is very simple to use, which is same period last year. With all other this DAX function, what you can do, minus one month, minus 1 year, okay, minus 1 day with data at same parallel period, you can do this. You have the liberty to do this all things, okay. But same period last year will directly take you to last year, minus 1 year, okay. Like today is May 2026, it will take to May 2025. Even this question is asked in interview so much, and in PL 300 also exam, as it is asked. See, sixth question is, you have two tables, orders and product. Okay, make sure you're in real time exam when you will give this PL 300, make sure you are reading properly questions, and one line you are reading, you are understanding what it is. Okay, so what it is now here written, we are having two tables, order, products, joined by product ID. It means there is an active relationship. Okay, and cardinality is one to many, many to one. A major in the order tables need to access a columns from product table. So a major in order tables need to access a column from product table. So in that case, what? In that major one column will be also there. So in that case, what? So in that case, we need a related function. Lookup value also is there, but when the tables are not joined, when the tables are joined and properly primary foreign key is there, in that case related is required. Okay, see here also it is written, related transfers the relationship from many to one side. Okay, that's the best thing. So option is B. Seventh question, a report consumer wants to drill through from summary page to detail page, filter by the selected product. Okay, so basically, see, I will tell you what they have done. So see, this is, let's say this is our summary page. Summary page is all about visual cards, everything. And there is one detail page. Detail page is where all the columns which are used in measure or table or for relationship, those we are showing, okay, without aggregation, the detail page. So what he is trying to say, I will tell you. So from this department, okay, okay, sorry, for, yeah, from this, we want to drill through to the next page. So what we have done, see, we have added drill through to detail page. Okay, now this page will show the information related to age 0 to 5 only. Why? Because here we have done drill through from 0 to 5 only. And in detail page, at the bottom you need to add all the columns which you required for the filtering. Okay, so now I have removed that filter. In detail page, if you will go to visual page, there is nothing added in the columns in drill through section, but in detail page which is there, this column should be there, then only it will drill through. Okay, so drill through is the correct option. Drill through with the product field added to drill through filter well on the detail page. Okay, this only I have told. Option B is correct. Or question number 8. You have a matrix visual with product categories in rows and year in column showing sales. You want report consumers to be able to expand rows to see individual products with each category. Okay. So basically, I will show you on this report. We are having different report and different visual is there. Line chart is there, but I can show you. So see, basically a department name and color name is there. So what he is trying to say that we need a hierarchy. Okay, department name, color name. Then how we will go drill down and check everything. So see, basically here you just have to drill down here. See, drill down, and now here you are able to check the colors. Again, if you want to go to department name, again do drill up. Okay, you can go here. Then again drill down. So drill up and drill down is correct to go from lowest to highest level of hierarchy. Okay, so option A is correct. You need, let's go to question number 9. You need users to see only their regions data when viewing a Power BI report in Power BI service. Okay, after defining DAX filter rules in Power BI desktop, what you must do. So see, option B is correct. Publish the report first thing, and assign members to roles in dataset setting in Power BI service. Okay, so you have to assign members to the particular role. Okay, whatever the roles which are there, security roles is one option. and there you have to do that in Power BI service. Okay, but first thing is you have to publish the report, and whatever the roles are specified that you have to give to the user. Okay, and that is done in the RLS concept, dynamic RLS. So question number 10, you have a Power BI workspace with multiple reports and data set. Okay, fine. You want a specific data set to be reused. The most important thing, you have to read the words properly across reports in other workspace without duplicating it. So see, let me show you directly here. So see, when you will go to the options, okay, again, let me show you. Here we will go to workspace, okay, three dots, setting. And here one option is there, endorsement and discovery. Here what you are able to see, you can also read it. Promoted, when you are ready to distribute your semantic models to your co-workers, promote it to them. Also certified your semantic model to show co-workers that it has been reviewed and meet your organization certification criteria. Okay, so if you want to follow this thing, okay, you want to which data sets to be reused, you have to do by certifying or promoting it. Okay guys, so these were all 10 questions. So now our playlist is completely finished with the 50 questions. And let me guys tell you that from this 50 question, as it is 15, 20, 25 questions will come. And you can even see the comments also for the first four videos as it is questions has came, and people, many of our student subscribers has conquered that exam with a score of 850, 900 like this out of 1000. Okay. So see, and even you can check it here like proper domain wise I have done, prepare the data. Okay. And again, see, regarding modeling also the questions were there. Okay. Regarding, see, visualize and analyze the data. Okay. And even at the last, deploy and maintain assets. So all the questions were there. And see, if you want to connect with me one on one, okay, to regarding the PL 300 Microsoft exam guidance before taking it, whatever the proper guidance, how the exam will be there, how to conquer it, okay, what the documents are required, in which time zone you should take, everything. If you want to take it, then you can book this call. Even I will put in this in description link. Multiple candidates have taken, okay, and you can take this. So thanks for watching till end, and if you have any doubt, make sure you are commenting. Within 1 hour I will reply you. And now we have finished with all the 50 questions properly. Okay, so thank you for watching till end, and please subscribe the channel and press bell icon for all upcoming videos. Thank you everyone.